G'day guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today we are doing a tutorial on how to make a Paracord Cross like the one I'm wearing. It's made out of two strands of paracord. The one strand is 80 centimeters long, 80 centimeters long. The other one is 1.4 meters long. And as you guessed, the top part is the 1.4 meter long. The bottom part is the 80 centimeters long. And then we are going to use the snake knot. Very, very nice and neat knot, I think, and this suits this project very, very well. So this is what our project's going to be today. Let's get into it. Okay, so what we're going to need is a shorter strand of 80 centimeters. We're going to need a strand of 1.4 meters, which is the long one that goes around your neck. We're going to need a pair of scissors, as well as we're going to need a torch or a lighter if you don't have a torch, because this is mine. Okay, so let's put this one side and that one side. The short strand we leave for later, so put that one side. We're going to start with the long strand first. So now what we do is find the center. So you find the center, you just move your fingers across, you've got the center. So now this is going to be the center of your necklace. So now what we do is we're going to need to put this around our neck to get the height of the cross, or of the necklace part that we're going to be putting around our necks. Now, holding where you measured, the loop part of the lanyard necklace is going to be in front of me, and then the two strands of equal length is going to be towards me. It's going to be the right side and left side. So now we're going to take the right side and turn it all the way around, and then to this side. But we're going to make a loop like that. Okay. So then the left strand, which was on the left side, take behind the right strand, and then we put it through that circle that we made on the other side. So then what we do is we just tighten it all up. And in the paracord community, we make this, we call this cinching it. So we cinch it up tight. In a nutshell, it's just tightening the paracord. So now if you look at it, see that knot over there? If you turn this over, it's just a mirror image on the other side. Okay, but because we've started with this side, we carry on with the side. So two strands, left and right. Take the right side, move it over the left strand, make a circle. The left strand we take underneath the right strand and through the loop that we made. Okay. And then we cinch it up, but technically we tighten. Pull each strand. Then you'll see exactly what we are going for. And at this time you hold two strands and then you push that knot up. And just by the way, if if you're thinking about it, this is what you call a snake knot. A snake knot. Okay, so exactly the same 2 knots. Exactly the same 2 knots. Okay, so then we're going to do it another loop. Left strand underneath the right strand, through the loop, and cinch it up. While I'm pulling each strand, I am tightening it as well, and pushing it up as well. So, as you can see, they're all equal going down. So now you do another snake knot. You move it across, make that loop, take the left strand underneath the right strand, then through the loop, then we tighten it up. Sometimes I forget to say cinch, but you guys know what I mean by tightening it up. I'm new at this, so if you guys see me doing something wrong, let me know down in the comments what I'm actually doing wrong. Okay, so now what we've got is essentially we've got the loop, then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 knots, 4 snake knots, all equal. Now, for now, we are done with the necklace part. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this one side. We're going to get the small strand. We're going to find center, like so. And we're going to do the snake knot. But now this side is a little bit different. Now, because this side is going to be the bottom of the cross, we're going to need to get the first snake knot as close to the edge as possible. Okay, so like the other one, right strand over the left strand, underneath again, left strand underneath the right strand, and through the loop we've created. Now tighten up, and this is where we are going to need to get that as close as possible to the end of that knot, so that there's hardly anything there. Okay, I've made this cross 3 times before, and each time I get better and better. Okay, so essentially that's what we're going to be left with. Minuscule, small little loop there with our first snake knot. Now we're going to make our next snake knot. So right strand over the left strand, at the back, through the back. Now we take the left strand underneath the right strand, through the circle, and then tighten everything up. Okay, so because the top part of it is 4 knots, the bottom of a cross is usually double the size of what the top of the cross is. So this is 4 knots. We're going to go for 8 knots on the bottom. So just continue with the snake knots, and I'll get you once I'm done with the 8 snake knots, and then we can continue. Okay. Okay, we're back. See, now there's 8. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 knots. Now, in my opinion, this is where it becomes a little bit difficult, because we've got to join these two. Okay, so as you can see, you're going to need to join these two, and if anyone knows how, you are very good. So what we have to do is take this. It's going to look a little untidy, the very first one, but you'll get what I'm doing. Okay, so like all the other knots, we've got a left strand and we have a right strand. Now the left strand is the top strand and the right strand is the bottom strand. You understand? In other words, it's going to look like that. Now we're going to do our first snake knot, which is over the left with a loop. This one goes behind the right strand and through that loop that we created. And then we tighten everything up. Okay, so now we have to try get this as tight as possible and as close to the top as we can. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So you see what we are going for. So this will be like that side, and we've already made our first knot this side. So again, right over left, create the loop, left behind right, and then through the loop we created, then tighten the knot. Okay, so now, because the top is 4 knots, the sides it's going to be 4 knots as well. Now before we carry on, we've done 2 knots this side, so that's secure. We're going to flip this over and just do the knots on this side, so the cross will stay straight. Okay, the left is from the bottom. Correction, the right is from the bottom, the left is from the top. So now, over left, loop, behind the right, through the loop we've created. First one's always the tricky one when it comes to joining the two. So what we have to do is try to get it as tight as possible, which I think we are very successful. Okay, so right over left, create the loop, left through that loop, then we tighten everything up. Guys, I apologize if my hands are in the way, but I'm still new at, first of all, recording, and new at paracords as well. Okay, so there's the second knot. Okay. While we're here, we may as well just finish. Like I said, we are creating 4 snake knots on each side. To match the top. It's 3 so far. This is going to get a little difficult because the cords are so short. You can obviously make the cords longer if you wanted to. The only issue with that is you're going to have a lot of pieces to cut off. Okay, so that's that, and that's this side. Okay, so that's the 4 sides, 4 knots, 1, 2, 3, 4. Flip it over. Let's finish these knots. Got 2 more knots to do on this side. So it's 3 knots. Now the last one. Remember, left strand over the right strand into the loop we created, and then tighten up. Okay, so there's the cross. What I like to do is that last knot, just get myself a little long nose pliers without any teeth on the sides so it doesn't damage your cord. You grab it and just give it a little, last little tight. Grab, last little tight. Okay, so that side's tight. Let's grab this one and tighten the last little one. Grab this one, tighten that last little one. Okay, so now technically the cross is done. Now what we do is we have to cut and singe the cord so it doesn't fray. Okay, this is where the scissors come in. What I like to do is, see the tip of the scissors, the distance? I measure the distance and that's where I cut it. Technically that will be same. So my scissors aren't very sharp. Okay, so then you take your lighter or you burn it, and you take your scissors and then you mushroom it out so it won't go back into the knot. Then you do the same with this. Take your scissors and mushroom it out. Okay, so that's one side done. The next side. Trick with this is not to put the paracord in the flame or else you burn it. Just to put it on the edge of the frame. Okay, so this is the Paracord Cross. Okay guys, this is the final result. Paracord Cross using the snake knot. I know on video it looks blue, actually looks a nice blue, but in real life it's actually purple. So now if you take note that the knots, if you turn it around, it's exactly the same on the other side. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet and you would like to, please subscribe. It does help increase my channel, and I will try my utmost best to get another video out within the next week. Stay safe and have a fabulous day.